the cosmic Leviathan. Why the new interstellar visitor terrifies scientists more than Oumuamua. In 2017, Oumuamua, a mysterious scout, rushed past us, leaving more questions than answers. We debated whether it was a cigar, a solar sail, or just an anomalous rock. But now all of that seems like a child's riddle. Because what has entered our solar system now is not a scout. It's something on a completely different scale. Astronomers have named it 3I/Atlas, but that name is too modest for an object that shatters everything we thought we knew about guests from the interstellar abyss. If Oumuamua was a spy boat, then 3I/Atlas is an aircraft carrier. Silent, gigantic, and statistically impossible. And the main question now being asked in silence in observatories around the world is, did it arrive on its own, or was it sent? Anomaly 1, the impossible size. To understand the scientists' shock, imagine you're a fisherman who has only ever caught sardines, and one day you pull a blue whale out of the water. That's exactly what happened. Oumuamua was the size of a stadium. The new visitor, 3I/Atlas, has a nucleus estimated to be over 5 to 10 kilometers in diameter, at the very least. It is tens, if not hundreds of thousands of times more massive than its predecessor. Statistics scream that this is impossible. Models predicted that for every giant like this, we should have first detected thousands of smaller objects like Oumuamua. Yet we found this one as only the third. It's like hitting the jackpot in a lottery for which you didn't even buy a ticket. Such luck is so improbable that it forces us to look for another explanation. Maybe it's not luck. Maybe this object doesn't obey the laws of nature because it's not entirely natural? Anomaly 2, the green ghost with a silent engine. When telescopes aimed at 3I/Atlas, they saw more than just a rock. The object is enveloped in a huge, ghostly green cloud, a coma that glows due to the evaporation of dicarbon. This is typical for comets. But that's where the typicality ends. Its chemical fingerprint is strange. Unusual isotopes of nickel have been found without the accompanying iron, which baffles astrochemists. But the real magic lies elsewhere. The object is actively outgassing, ejecting tons of material under the heat of the sun. According to all laws of physics, these emissions should act like rocket engines, creating non-gravitational acceleration. This was the case even with the tiny Oumuamua. But 3I/Atlas is not accelerating. It flies as if only the sun's gravity is acting upon it. Jets of gas erupt from it, but its gigantic mass simply ignores them. This means it is either unimaginably dense or so massive that these emissions are like a human's breath trying to move a mountain. It behaves not like a comet, but like a planet or a ship with working maneuvering thrusters that are only stabilizing its course. Version 1. The scientific view, a relic megacomet. Official science, trying to remain calm, offers an elegant, yet still mind-boggling theory. 3I/Atlas is a megacomet, a relic from the inner part of another star system's Oort cloud. It is primordial building material, left over from the birth of planets around another star, accidentally ejected in our direction. Its gigantic size is just a fluctuation, an incredible but possible coincidence. It is the largest and most ancient visitor we have ever seen, and it will give us a unique chance to study the chemistry of another galactic family. Version 2, Professor Avi Loeb, the Ark ship. But Harvard professor Avi Loeb, the same man who called Oumuamua a solar sail, is once again sounding the alarm. He declares, statistics don't lie. Finding such an object now is an anomaly. And if so, we must consider the hypothesis that it is not a random piece of debris. What if 3I/Atlas is not a comet, but a technological artifact? Not necessarily with a crew on board. It could be an Ark ship sent millions of years ago by a dying civilization to preserve its biosphere or gene pool. An automatic terraformer, whose mission is to find suitable worlds and seed them with life. Its green coma is not just gas, but a cloud of spores and microorganisms. An interstellar beacon or buoy, placed on a trajectory to observe young star systems like ours. Its enormous mass and density, in this theory, are explained not by its natural composition, but by a complex internal structure and protective shielding. Version 3. Esotericists and Psychics, the Great Observer. Where science falls silent, intuition begins to speak. And their versions are even more astonishing. Many psychics and esoteric schools around the world claim that 3I/Atlas is not just an object, but a consciousness. They describe it not as a ship, but as a living entity, a great observer. Its arrival, they say, is not a coincidence, but a synchronization. It has arrived at a pivotal moment in human history to witness our transition to a new level of consciousness, or conversely, our self-destruction. They interpret its green glow as the energy of life, harmony, and healing. They assert that the object poses no threat, but rather acts as a cosmic tuning fork, its vibration influencing Earth's energy field to accelerate a spiritual awakening. What's next? Right now, 3I/Atlas is approaching the sun, and it will soon face its ultimate trial by fire. Will it reveal itself, showing its true nature? Will it change its trajectory, making a maneuver that cannot be explained by gravity? Or will it simply break apart into pieces, remaining the greatest mystery? One thing is clear. This silent giant has already changed us. It has forced the most serious scientists to consider scenarios that were once the stuff of science fiction. We can no longer just look at the stars. Now we know that sometimes they look back at us. What do you think? A random megacomet, an ancient arc ship, or a cosmic consciousness that has come to observe us? Write your theory in the comments. And subscribe to Project Unsolved to follow the unraveling of this cosmic Leviathan's mystery together.